Hello everyone, it's your boy Chill Will, and today we'll be reviewing the original Xbox. Sorry, my controller's on the ground. Released in late 2001, along the same time as the GameCube and a year after the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox was unique for being Microsoft's first ever video game console after being the gods of American PCs for a long time, fronted by the one and only Bill Gates. So I think the original Xbox is one of the more underrated consoles, not as underrated as the GameCube or the Sega Dreamcast, but it possesses a lot of features that the Dreamcast and the GameCube provided. Many people consider the original Xbox to be the successor to the Dreamcast. It's kind of like what Billy Preston was to the Beatles, writing a lot of his songs, as the Xbox got quite a few Dreamcast ports like Jet Set Radio and Sega GT, and maybe one other. However, I believe the GameCube got way more ports than that. Sadly, none of these were able to compete with the PS2, which was just dominating as it came out a year before. This model came out in late 2004, however. So Microsoft decided to make the most powerful console, the GameCube coming second and the PS2 coming third, as the Dreamcast was on its way out, by including stronger processing power and something never seen before, a console that saves its games internally, kind of like the Nintendo Switch. So yeah. However, the original Xbox didn't have as many Japanese games as either the PlayStation 2 or the GameCube, which was a big reason the original Xbox was a complete failure in Japan. I believe the original Xbox deserves a lot of appreciation for spearheading a lot of the aspects of modern gaming we take for granted in 2020, as well as in the 8th generation of gaming. Now the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is coming out later this year. Many of that being the way it tried bridging the gap between PC and regular gaming, as Microsoft was trying to put a PC in your home the same way Sega was trying to put together an arcade in your home. Same with SNK and their Neo Geo series of consoles in the early to mid 90s, I might add. I love the original Xbox because it has a great interface, especially compared to the PS2, GameCube coming second. It also started a little thing called Xbox Live that is still being used today, especially for Halo, which was the Xbox's main selling point. It was actually a launch title for the original Xbox on the Thursday of November 15th, 2001. And Halo 2 is actually the best-selling game on the console. Some of the other great games include Project Gotham Racing, the first Forza Motorsport, MechAssault, Jade Empire. Sorry, I can't really name as much as other consoles, other than like the GameCube and the PS2. I also like this DVD remote because unlike other consoles, you can't play movies without this thingamajigger. And you also have to plug it into it like a wireless 6th gen controller for a 6th gen game system. One thing I also like are these green cases. They're really neat, and I like them too. We actually, my cousins used to live in Germany, have a German copy of Shrek 2, and it comes in the Xbox 360 cases. That was the follow-up to this. So overall, would I recommend buying an original Xbox in 2020? Yes and no. One thing, yes, because it looks really cool. It looks like an early 2000s PC that even back in early 2017 when I was in 8th grade, I graduated high school in 2021, FYI. They were still using PCs of this ilk in that time frame, because we still didn't have a lot of money back in early 2017. And also because it has a lot of great games. It's far from as much as the PS2 and the GameCube, but still pretty nice, including a lot of exclusive titles. One that I want to play is Panzer Dragoon Orta, that was released in late 2002. It's a follow-up to the Panzer Dragoon games that came out on the Saturn and previous systems. Most importantly, Panzer Dragoon Saga, which was a multi-disc game that is really expensive, like costs upwards of $700 to $1,000 these days because it's a Sega Saturn game, especially for a North American copy. So that's one game. There's also a lot of unique games for this system, like one game you can't play on other Xbox systems is Kudo Chojin, because it was very controversial, because it had an Arab main character in a post 9/11 world named Assad, and he was the mascot of the game. And he danced to his, what was I gonna say? His fight song is a maybe UK garage style theme with Quran verses over it. I think the original Xbox is funny because like Roland Emmerich's Godzilla or Gemini Man or Waterworld, a lot of games tried to be the next best thing, but they really weren't. Other than Halo, Halo's still awesome. There was actually a kid from Atlanta in 6th grade who lived and breathed Halo. His first game he ever played was actually Halo Combat Evolved, which I wish I had right now. And this particular Xbox looks a bit unremarkable compared to the other ones. Very ugly and black, like every console. I hate buying black things. Don't take that too wrongly, because it's easy to mix them up. Like, they literally blend in with each other. So yeah. Anyways, have a great day, everyone, and play hardy, my homies. To show you that the DVD player actually works on the original Xbox, I have a copy of the 2004 Punisher movie with Thomas Jane, and it's the extended cut. And it has a really cool thing like this with a terrible opening intro, I might add. Like, where's the manual? Oh, here it is. So anyways, let's begin. Sorry, it takes a bit of time. That's how you know a game's working. You can't really go to a menu to actually see it, like the PS2 and GameCube. Best console of the 6th generation? I guess it's a 3-way tie. C.